Have you ever noticed how a simple cup of tea can mean completely different things around the world? In China, it's tradition. In Britain, it's culture. In India, it's comfort. But here's the surprising part. The drink billions of us rely on every day began with a single falling leaf and a legend that almost sounds too magical to be real. Today, we're exploring how tea traveled from ancient forests to global empires and finally into the cup you might be holding right now. The story begins in 2737 BCE in ancient China. According to legend, Emperor Shen Nang, a scholar and herbalist, was boiling water when a gentle breeze carried a few wild tea leaves into his pot. He tasted the infusion and found it refreshing, energizing, and unlike anything he had tried before. Whether the legend is true or not, historians agree on one thing. China is the birthplace of tea. Early Chinese texts show that by the 3rd century CE, tea wasn't just a drink, it was a medicinal tonic believed to improve focus, digestion, and overall health. Slowly, tea drinking became a part of daily life, especially among scholars and monks. Tea didn't stay in China for long. By the 6th century, Buddhist monks carried tea seeds to Japan, where the drink was transformed into something deeply spiritual, the Japanese tea ceremony, a ritual of calm, precision, and mindfulness. Meanwhile, in China's Tang and Song dynasties, tea culture flourished. Powdered tea, compressed tea, cakes and loose-leaf tea, new styles kept appearing. Tea became a symbol of art, elegance, and hospitality. Across Asia, from Korea to Mongolia to Tibet, tea took on different lives, but its origin remained the same. Tea arrived in Europe much later, around the 1600s, carried by Portuguese and Dutch traders. At first, it was rare, expensive, and reserved for the wealthy. But soon, Britain fell completely in love with it. By the 18th century, tea was not just a drink, it was shaping global trade and politics. The British East India Company monopolized the tea trade, and the huge demand for tea helped drive colonial expansion. The famous Boston Tea Party of 1773, which sparked the American Revolution, was literally a protest against tea taxes. A simple leaf had become one of the most powerful economic forces in the world. Here's the twist many people don't know. Tea plants already grew naturally in parts of India, especially in Assam. But large-scale cultivation started only when the British discovered this in the early 1800s. They set up massive plantations in Assam, Darjeeling, and Nilgiri, creating some of the most famous teas in the world. By the early 20th century, India became one of the largest tea producers on Earth, a title it still holds today. And this is where chai culture began, strong black tea boiled with milk, sugar, and spices, a completely different identity compared to China's delicate green teas. Today, tea is the second most consumed drink in the world, after water. From green to black, oolong to white, matcha to masala chai, every type comes from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. What changes the flavor is how the leaves are processed. Looking ahead, tea is entering a new chapter: sustainable farming, artisanal blends, and even research into tea's antioxidants and health benefits. From a forest leaf to a global drink, the journey continues. So, the next time you sip a cup of tea, remember you're tasting thousands of years of history, trade, culture, and human curiosity. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Simple Things, Surprising Histories for more fascinating stories behind everyday life.